Avalanche looks absolutely horrible right now. We are seeing some falls in Avalanche and across the crypto market. We've known this was coming. Well, known in quotes. You never know anything in crypto. We surmised that this would happen. And I've been calling for lower lows in Avalanche and Bitcoin since about the middle of January, where we had this just a few days from the 13th to the 17th, basically, of the altcoins kind of ranging right here. And that was equivalent to what Bitcoin was doing here, right here. And what we're seeing in Bitcoin is it was in this rising channel to start with, and it went up to the highs of the ETFs and hit at about 49,000 at the highs of those ETFs and started falling. And as it fell, it hit the bottom of this range, and it just seemed like Bitcoin had run out of gas, had run out of optimism. After all, it had been making a move since November of 2022. I mean, if Bitcoin does this and then does that, almost a vertical straight up line, you have to assume we're going to give back some gains eventually. We have to have a correction, a retracement. Something has to happen, and that's what we're experiencing now. At this point, I was calling for us to tap 40,000, and then I would see how the market react when we did tap it. We kind of did a tap here. It almost hit 42. It was about 40,250 or so. But over the last 48 hours, we have clearly broken 40,000 and settled into this 38,000 to 40 range. And here is something that's very visible to all of us. Lower lows and lower highs. A high, a low, a lower high, a lower low. Definition of a downtrend. You can see it by these two blue lines. Avalanche is in a downtrend. It's in a downward trending channel. And until that goes away, until we can break out of the top of this trending channel, we are experiencing down pressure across crypto and in Avalanche. Every coin that I've been tracking is experiencing the same thing. Let me go back to Avalanche and show you. Downtrend, breaking support. Okay. ADA, downtrend, breaking support. Doge, downtrend. It's about to break support here. VET, downtrend, breaking support, and now down into another level of support. I could go on and on and on. Solana, downtrend into support. That's what Avalanche is now. We are in this 24 to 30 range. Okay, you can see this range here where we were. We've broken that. So now we're here. This is just where we are. Let's do this real quick. I'll do this on the fly. Let's go back here and expand that. Okay, this is an important range, you can see. All right. Even earlier, or look at this. We went up in October, came to this level of 24, rejected, and then broke through it quickly. Back in 2022, we hit the bottom of it, went up and hit the top of it, came back down, hit the bottom of it again, and fell. So this is an important range. We've seen activity ups and downs within this range. This range that we're in right now is an important range for Avalanche. That is 24 to 30. It's a big range, but you can see we absolutely flew through it when we were going up. And so far, we're absolutely flying through it as we go down. The thing we have to watch for is we want these support levels to hold. 24 is still pretty far. I mean, we still got a bit further to go down to hit 24. And we may. It just depends on what Bitcoin does. We're in this range for Bitcoin, and I think we very well could get into this 34 to 38,000 range where we had a lot of price action between in October and November. If we do that, Avalanche is probably going to at least tag this and may fall below into its October to November. Well, this is really November range right here. So while we're experiencing downward pressure, you just have to watch, is there any bounce as we hit these support levels? Okay, there was a little bounce here, but really nothing here. And so far, we'll have to find out how far we go. The first step to a recovery is we have to break above this trend line. And then you have to break above the next level of resistance above it. Okay, so if price wanders around here, let me extend this trend line. If price wanders around here, Okay, so maybe we just get into this range and range till about, what's that, the early part of February, the middle of February, and then we poke our head out here. That would be good. And then we poke our head above this 30 and start closing above that. Well, then you're set up for starting to make higher highs, and maybe we could see higher highs getting moving upwards. But until we do that, there's pressure on Avalanche, and we just have to wait to see how far we're going to fall until we start seeing some more steady consolidation and steady price action. Until then, down. I'm not saying we're going to go down. I'm just saying that's where the pressure is. And no, it's not going to surprise me if we do a video next week. Of course, I'll do several more before then. But if there's a video next week where we're talking about Avalanche bouncing off of 24, that's not going to surprise me. Doesn't mean it will happen, but so far, I mean, look. I mean, look at the chart. So it is what it is. As a reminder, if you've been following my videos, you know that I'm pro crypto, pro Bitcoin, pro Avalanche. I like crypto altogether, and I'm hoping 2024 is going to be a fantastic year where we'll look back at these downtrends and say, well, that was just a time to buy more, perhaps. And so we can be comfortably above 50 in 2024. This is not a victory lap video. I do not like to see us giving up gains in crypto. But look, this is reality, and we can only trade reality. This is where we're at right now. So that is my update on Avalanche. I'll continue to do videos on Avalanche. Be sure to check back in, and I'll keep you updated on the crypto market.